Um, okay. Okay. What's up, neighbors? It's your favorite girl next door, Kendra 24K. Welcome to my channel. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you were new here, welcome. This is my first live video, so bear with me, guys. I am still learning about all of this stuff, but we're gonna get there together. I decided to go live because I know that I believe it saves the video, and I didn't feel like just going through the whole process of trying to like create the video, make a thumbnail, upload it, and because I've been finding that that process kind of takes too long, and it's making me procrastinate with putting my content out. So we just trying something different. I got some hot topics I want to talk about. Want to get on here and talk to you guys because y'all are my neighbors. Um, the first thing I want to talk about is my depression. Um, I'm coming to grips with it, and it's been something that I've been trying to fight, and I am fighting, and I will get through this. Um, but this is part of my process, is just coming down here and talking to you guys because I really don't have anybody else to talk to about some of the things. And so yeah, I'm just creating this content, growing my channel. It's all a part of my process of getting past my depression. And then I just know that it's cold outside. First of all, I'm in Detroit. It's super cold. That's a part of it. I know they call it seasonal depression. And I know that like just the state of the country in the U.S. A lot of people are just going through it right now. You know, just is finances is hard. The job market is trash. Politics, all of these things is. So I know I'm not the only one going through it, but it's good to talk about it and get it out. But I promise that's not what this live is going to be completely about, because that's what we're avoiding is all the depressive stuff. But and it's just stuff going on in the world, to the point to where sometimes you gotta monitor what you watch and what you allow into your spirit. I know I be having to too. I be having to turn that stuff off. Like, I need to watch something funny because I can't keep on consuming all of this stuff going on. But we gonna talk about some of the things, whatever, because I do have opinions about it, and I see so much content between TikTok and YouTube, because that's pretty much how I spend my days. But yeah, so we're going to the first one. Speaking of that, and speaking of being in Detroit and it's cold outside, I want to talk about the lady with the kids that froze to death. So well, first thing we could the lady with the it's two different cases. One, the lady left her kids to be with a man. I I don't even feel the need to discuss that because that's cut and dry clear what it is. She just a horrible person. Okay. Um but the lady that kids froze is a little bit more complex. I haven't watched a lot of it, because like I said, I have to turn off that sometimes. But I did watch a lot of people commenting on it. You know, people doing commentary on it. I saw a little bit of the clips of the interview with the grandmother, because she was there too. She had her mother and her kids. Okay, and the father, I saw that too. So this is the thing about that. The Everybody's getting on the father. Everybody was like, oh, he's just a horrible person, which he is. You can look in his face and how just stoned it was. Like, he just did not care. Like, he was bothered to even be being asked about his kids. But everybody was like, oh, the mother was so hurt and all that stuff. And I disagree, because I just feel like there was still a lot of neglect there. I'm not saying that she wasn't hurt about her kids, and I'm not saying that she did it purposely. But I'm saying there was a lot of neglect there. For your kids to freeze until they know more, That's a lot of neglect. I don't care if you're in the car, because there was things that she could have done. Blankets, my kids would have been layered up. I think they said the kids, they didn't really much have no clothes on, and I get it. It's hard. I get it. She probably don't have funds. They living in their car and all of that type of stuff. But like I said, I live in Detroit. There is think if you have a car, you one step closer to getting yourself in a better situation. As long as you can get a couple of lots, get gas in that car, you can go to the blood bank. I mean, it's plasma center, not the blood bank. You know what I'm saying? And they do have there is stuff in this community. It's bad in Detroit, but there are food banks. There are resources, is what I will say. Maybe not a shelter. I get that. They full and they dangerous, but there are resources to where ain't no way they froze like that. You know what I'm saying? And then the grandma was like, she was on there, and then the news anchor was interviewing her, and he was like, I mean, did the car run out of gas? And she's like, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Did it or did it not run out of gas? Were you're there with them, or were you there? Because they say you were there. It's just not adding up. So the father ain't nothing, but I don't care. That mother, I ain't gonna say she ain't nothing, but she was very neglectful, and so was the grandma. That's what I'm saying about that whole situation. Because there was things that could have prevented that. Um, that's what I'm gonna say about that topic, and we can move it right along to the next one. Hot topics. That's what we're talking about here, neighbors. Um, I just, like I said, I watch all of this stuff all day long, and I just have my opinions. So, the next one is we're gonna try to break it up to regular stuff and news stuff, real stuff. Um, 50 Cent and Big Meech. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this whole situation, and here's my opinion. Um, 50 is petty. We all know 50 is petty. 50 been petty. Um, what Big Meech don't, I wouldn't say he owe him that loyalty, because you're not gonna tell me who I can talk to. You got your issues with him. You're not gonna. I'm a grown up. You're not gonna tell me who I can and can't talk to. However, it was very distasteful. It wouldn't have been a choice that I would have made, given all that this man has done for you and your family. Now, Big Meech was Big Meech before 50 Cent. We can clear that up. We know that. However, and if there's comments in here, I see a couple of viewers, but I don't. Like I said, I'm new to this live stuff. If y'all comment, I can't see, but I'll learn how to do all of that. I'm just talking right now. But yeah, what Big Meech did was very distasteful. I will say that. You like you out of all of the people that you can come out and work with, this one, this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do that. Um, Lil Meech talking about, oh, he gave him some money to pay his bills. It's like you first of all, you stay out of grown folks' business. Just stay out of it. Be quiet, because you know he, where what all bills he have. He was a millionaire when he went to jail. And granted, that was like 20 years ago. However, I know you got wives and baby mamas out here that's still, you know what I'm saying, making moves, and then you got this whole BMF thing. Um, So, like, don't try to make it seem like you just didn't have no choice. He knew what he was doing, and I think it was a directly um a aim at 50 to be like, you can't. I do what I want to do. Um, he don't want to feel like 50 is his boss. Like, yeah, you can be my son boss, but you don't run me. That's my opinion. I feel like that's how he um played it, and I also feel like Big Meech has been in jail all of this time, and he's hearing on the outside how all these rappers is talking about him. It's been free Big Meech, and you this big, you got this show now, you got all kind of documentaries, and you know what I'm saying. But my dude, um this is 2025. This is not 2001. You know what I'm saying? I think he got in his head, and then you might be hearing stuff, but you've been in institutionalized, like you don't even know, you know what I'm saying, what's really going on the outside, and how to move out here, how the internet is so big now, because it wasn't like that when you went in. Even though you might hear things, you still have to get out and get acclimated. I think that um he was talking to Jaguar, right? I'm like, you don't know what's going on, Big Meech. You don't know what's going on. If you talking to Jaguar, right, and she got your number, like, no. Just go in the house, go be with your family who you have been able to be with for 20 years, your children. Get off the internet. You don't let your son do the celebrity thing, and you go somewhere ducked off. You should be somewhere ducked off, chilling with your family. It ain't even been a year yet that you've been out. And I think that was what he must made a mistake at. You got out trying to be Big Meech, like, you know what I'm saying, a celebrity type. And all of that's done. Just leave it alone. Now you out here, and you messing up your own legacy, because you're looking crazy, because some people are siding with 50, some people are siding with him or whatever, but people lost respect for you and everything. They're talking about you being a deadbeat. You made your son lose his job. Which, if I was 50, I would wash my hands of it too. Like, your whole family, like, y'all can just, you know what I'm saying, go over there. He don't have to be petty about it, because people are starting to get tired of the bullying going on from 50 Cent. Like, the son didn't do nothing to you. So if you don't want to, hire him to work no more, that's understandable. But don't be on the internet, showing the text messages, because he said what he said to you probably out of love. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think he petty there. But in a minute, something else will be going on, and everybody will be moving on from this and talking about something else. Unless they get real messy, which I hope that doesn't happen. I hope it just kind of just goes away. So, all right, moving on. Hot topics, hot topics, hot topics. Um, let's see here. Um, we got um Naziah Harris. Everybody knows the case of Naziah Harris. It's like global now. It's the case out of Detroit, which I'm here located at. That happened where she was 13. She got impregnated by her aunt's baby daddy, Jarvis Butts, who's now being charged with her unaliving. We're glad to see that. I think March 7th, they said, is the first date of the trial. So everybody gonna be tuning into that, I'm sure. We can talk about that. And now everybody's online speculating about what happened. And I kind of I was okay with that at first, but then I feel like so many content creators that start getting on that. Oh, we're looking for her. Like, I mean, we do want to bring, some type of closure by finding her, but they on Google Maps, like, as if they gonna be the savior to bring this girl home, and that's just not the case. And then they was like, oh, what's going on in Detroit? Detroit ain't looking for her. Detroit ain't looking for. Detroit looked for her. She was missing for over a year before everybody started jumping on the case. Secondly, do you know how many missing children there is? Children go missing every day. And then, to all of the people that were saying stuff about Detroit, how about y'all get y'all investigative cells and go find the missing kids in your city? Because I guarantee you there are some. You know what I'm saying? You let the people that are hired to do this type of work need to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like some of the stuff was helpful, where people being trying to be investigators and everything like that, and everybody commenting, and this happened, and I think she went over here, and all of this type of stuff or whatever. Like, just calm down. Let's just wait and see. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come out what happened. And I'm sure the police know a lot more than what they're saying. She got a trial on the 7th of March. let's just wait and see what happened. And then some people are playing video audio from over a year ago before Jarvis went to jail and saying that this is a jail call and it's not, and just giving out wrong information. Some people not doing their due diligence and like actually finding out what happened, but they jumping on their platforms and talking like they know, and it's like you sound dumb because no, that didn't happen, or you got that wrong. And I was trying to tell people, and people was getting upset with me because I'm just like, they talking about something, oh, in 7 Mile and Berg and over here on how to drive. And I'm just like, do y'all understand that these two places is like 30-40 minutes away from each other? Like, this is two different sides of town. I don't want to say 40, maybe like 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, you talking about one side of town where all of this stuff happened, and then you talk about a whole nother side of town where some other stuff happened at. But y'all making it seem like it's all in one spot, and it's not. That's what I was talking about. Like, it was frustrating. Like, y'all just talking. You're not even doing your due diligence to like actually investigate and find out if you're gonna come on here and content. Commentate on it. At least do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Don't get on here speculating and talking. And that's why I kind of stayed away from doing that type of content. That's why I'm just jumping on it, saying my little 2 cents, and jumping right back out. I'm not doing all of that. Be laughing at 5, 6, 7 hours talking about this stuff. Googling is like, that's just too much, and y'all don't know what y'all talking about. So moving right along to another hot topic. Let's see, we got. We still have to talk about Naziah Harris. So, like I said, I'm trying to keep it back and forth with some more serious things, and then some just fun things to just talk about gossip. Um, Baddies. Okay. Um, I'm not shaming anybody because I used to watch Baddies. I think I watched like the first, at least 2 seasons. I know I was tuned in, because it was something that my oldest daughter was watching, and I try to do things like, this is my opinion, especially when you have children. Like, you want to try to keep something in common with them. You know what I'm saying? Something to be able to talk about. So I will watch Baddies so her and I can talk about it. Like, girl, did you see it? So what you think about this? You know what I'm saying? And then I can kind of pick her brain to see where her headspace is at. You're welcome for that little tidbit of parenting. Um, but so yeah, so it's been 18 minutes. That's not too bad. I don't know, try to make it too long. But so anyways, Baddies. But at some point I had to stop watching it because it was just like, we're not watching anything but they get together, they fight, they try to go to the club, they fight, they twerk, and it's just like, okay, what is the goal here? Like, what are we, where are we getting to? Like, is this are we getting somewhere? Are we gonna actually learn something here, or just have a little bit more entertainment than just sorry, a little bit more entertainment than just them fighting? Like, after a while, you know what I'm saying, I got bored with it, basically. And so I stopped watching the show. But I do, like I said, I'll be on TikTok and I'll be on YouTube, and I see people talking about it, and they talk about Rolly and all of that stuff. And that was one of the ones that I could not stand, was Rolly. Like, I'm sorry, but you're fighting your own weight class because you're too big, and then for you to feel like you did something because you grabbing this person up, and you know what I'm saying, like, it was just too much. Like, girl, I want to see you fight somebody in your weight class, because right, you doing all these unfair fights and all of this stuff it's not funny no more. Like, it was never fun. It was never really funny to me, but it was just like disgusting at some point. Like, ugh. And then the rest of these girls that coming off of, I think it's called Now That's TV or something like that. And it's like they're coming like, y'all are too grown for this. If you're, this is some high school stuff, cliques and we the OGs and all it, like, okay, all money ain't good money. I get, oh, we going trying to get a bag and all of this stuff. You on this show and you getting the platform for yourself, but is this really what you want your legacy to be? Is this, all money ain't good money? I'm sorry. And your integrity and your morals, and some of them got kids, and it's just y'all just too grown. Like, shoot, I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna be fighting somebody every day, and you 30 years old and stuff like that. Like, So baddies, and then it makes us look bad as black people too. Like, that's exactly what they want from us, fighting like some animals, ghetto trash, and then we giving y'all this platform for y'all to make us look like this. And then it is even though my daughter is 18, so I can't really control what she watch. Like, oh no, you're not allowed to watch baddies. It's just not it's just not a good influence for these younger. So you have younger and younger generations, and you know what I'm saying, and seeing and thinking that this is it. This is not lit. Like, that's whack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's put some more classier, you know what I'm saying, things. Which brings me to my next point, segue. Um, Wags, the show called Wags. This is something, oh my gosh. Now I'm gonna get popular and get text messages before my phone be dry. Anyway, WAGs is called, which I understand stands for women. I mean, wives and girlfriends. So they're WAGs of prominent or rich athletes and things like that. Um, it's a real vibe, like a Real Housewives type of vibe. Um, And that's something that I feel like should have a better platform, because these women are talking about businesses, they're talking about getting money, they're talking about being bosses. And I love how I saw them check one another like, no, we don't do that. That's, we're not about to be fighting and ghetto and, you know what I'm saying, putting ourselves out there like that. And they was really upset when the one girl who was not black got into a fight at a restaurant, and they like, no, like and then you can do that and get away with it, we can't. And I was like, and they checked her and they checked each other like, no, they are catty, but that makes for entertaining TV. You know what I'm saying? Because then you can talk about it like, I don't like her, and no, she was being fake to her. You know, so I ain't too mad at that. But I like the fact that they talk about businesses and getting money and being classy, and they're all so beautiful. I'm like, yes, Real Housewives could never. So I like that show so far. We'll see. It's a brand new show. It's on Netflix. It's called Wags to Riches. That's what it's called. Um, the Baddie Show I talked about. If anybody don't know, it's on Zeus network. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to say too much. I don't want my video to be too long because I want people to watch it to the end. Um, and hit the like button, please. Hit the subscribe button if you wanted to help me help my channel grow. And just, yeah, talk about things and stuff like that. So the last thing I'll talk about closing out is what do they call it, the State of the Union, the state of the country, and Trump and Elon Musk. And here's my 2 cents on that. I don't care. Politics is not something that I'm into, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. That I feel like I don't bother myself too much with, first of all, things that's out of my tax bracket. Um, Elon Musk doing this and that or whatever like that. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. So what Elon must do is not down here in Detroit on 7 Mile. That I mind a business that pays me and that I've pay. And I know that I am affected in some way, but not enough for me to be mad about this and that, because I'm not gonna tell you how old I am, but I've seen several presidents, okay, and what my environment pretty much didn't change. We grew up, you know what I'm saying, lower middle class, lower class, issues, broke, ghetto, you know what I'm saying? So I just be like, I don't, and it ain't nothing we can do. You know what I'm saying? We can't control that stuff up here. Now, if I was some, big business owners, or, you know what I'm saying, just bigger, then I maybe be like more concerned. Um, and then it is what it is now. He in there. He's our president. So it's like, whatever. Um, I'm not gonna speak on um, the deportation and all of that stuff. That's a sensitive subject that I just choose not to discuss and put my opinion about it out. So yeah, that's that. The last thing I want to talk about is y'all. Now this is a politic that I will discuss. These planes. What is going on with the airspace? And these planes is falling out the sky. And in 1 year, I've in my all my life I've never seen so many plane crashes back to back to back. I don't have like small planes, big planes. This is one thing I used to say to people when they used to say they were scared to fly. I'd be like, when the last time you heard of a plane crash? It's not like a car crash. Those that happen every day. Planes don't crash every day. They run all day long, and they don't. But now, like I said, that affects me because I like to fly and I like to travel. That concerns me. So yeah, and I just think it's, I don't know. I can't. It's the radio waves up there, traffic control up there, but it's also I don't know. Maybe it's some frequencies that's causing a equipment to malfunction or something. It's, I don't know. It's that's very weird to me. So let me know what y'all think about that in the comments, and anything that we talked about today. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get up out of here. It's been real. This has definitely helped me just by just getting on here talking, because I feel like I'm talking to somebody out there, and just kind of talking about some topics that I've been noticing a lot. Those are probably the things that I'm seeing a lot and a lot more. And so yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. But I think I like this live thing, and um, uh, I'm gonna try to do it more often. Again, I'm trying to be consistent with my content and growing my page. So if you could please hit the like, please hit the subscribe, please leave a comment. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree. That's okay too. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, neighbors. It's your favorite girl next door, Kendra 24K. And if you see me around the neighborhood, say what up, though.